personal, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I mean, sometimes when you leave an order,
Alright,
you sign a
welcome
contract
to
with a new one. Sometimes you sign an oath
Monday
of vengeance against the
night
old one. We'll see
CLG
how it
versus
works out here
TSM.
this time around. TSM in the blue,
This is
CLG
my
in the red.
silver
Let's take a look at how
analysis.
the bands are coming across.
Game
Lucian on
4.
TSM, Akali from CLG, Jarvan banned out by TSM as well. We've seen plenty of him
Let's see how
recently,
things
but
go
TSM
today.
doesn't wanna see
We're
him.
on red
And I
side.
think we saw an example of why
I don't.
rising in priority
I haven't seen much
last game
of an
where
advantage
Huni died at level
either
1
way
before
for
he could
us.
trade of a level 2 Jarvan who ran up the whole map with a
Red side
off.
versus
So
blue side.
banning Jarvan bans out some of the more creative early gank paths. Banning
Let's see
Rumble,
what we
which
can
CLG
do today.
has done right here, stops you from completely dominating early river fights, which is what FlyQuest did last game as well.
Lee Sin also banned out from TSM, really targeting the jungle.
Weird to see
Oh, I
Biofrost
think
and
this lines up
Dardoch
for
on
a first
TSM.
set.
Two of my favorite
Yeah,
players.
so I think they're banning
So it
out
makes
a
it
lot
hard
of the
to hate
power pick
TSM
junglers, and then they're
right
gonna
now.
flex set between top and jungle depending on what happens. They had an early priority on it before. Broken Blade played extremely well. We'll see. This is a
Weird that TSM banned Lee Sin since we haven't played it. I kind of like the set ban since we did not play well
Let's see what
against
they
it.
want to adapt to instead. I will eat my sock if they lock that in.
yeah.
But Kiana, that is not
Alright,
worth
Kiana.
such a bet. That champion we have seen pop off so many times in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is the patch where the attack speed in the jungle is actually nerfed. So jungling is even more
Yeah.
difficult
I'm,
than it
I don't know
already was
how
in pro.
good
Yeah,
the
champion
Kiana
does still get banned a
is.
lot. It is likely in the mid lane.
I haven't played
but
her in
this
a
is
hot minute.
situation
Haven't seen
where
her played in a hot
Broken Blade
minute.
has actually played a ton of Kiana as well. So there's a borderline triple flex with that pick.
Getting
because it's
the
still
bot lane we want.
maybe pro pickable in the jungle. It's pickable
That's
for
fine.
the top, and it's pickable for the extreme.
CLG
So-
lock in the Senna and the Tom Kench. Like
I mean,
you mentioned
I'd
last
like
game,
something
AD
like a
carries
Gragas
are very
next
high up in priority for what gets picked
for
first
us.
these days, just because of how short, how small, how shallow.
Need some
however
kind
you
of
wanna say that
engage
pool
or
the S lane
disengage.
is. Tom Kench going along
Just
next to her keeps her safe. The
something
response
with
from TSM, though, isn't going to be the Aphelios
the
that a lot of
ability
people
to go
react.
forward
Instead, it is this combo
or
that we've
appeal
seen pop
for
up
the
a few
Senna a little
times.
more.
The lovers duo, the Zaya and Rakan.
Yeah, and I think this is a little bit of a band-aid for TSM in the fact
Otherwise,
that
the Elise wouldn't be
Aphelios
bad.
on paper is
It would force
stronger
them to
team
ban out the
fighting, maybe a little
Renekton.
bit more utility, but
Otherwise, we
TSM
could play
has
the
struggled to
Elise
find
Renekton.
fights. Biofrost is
Olaf,
Rakan.
I don't
They
hate
had
it.
some clutch Rakan initiations towards the end of their previous game this week, which was their only win. So Zyrakan makes sense
And-
for them.
Yeah.
And remember,
I don't know
TSM in the
what's
games
giving
they
us our
lost,
priority,
It's not like it's just been
but
a clean smack over
different
and over
things.
again where they just get bopped from start to finish. They've had leads. They've just failed to translate.
Well,
those
then
leads.
looking fresh as
Making
ever.
sure that you have that go button
I
means a
respect
lot.
it.
Olaf locked in on the side of CLG. That means he doesn't have to be afraid of the line of feathers.
Yeah, the
or
Gragas ban.
Big Rakan
Alright.
initiation as much as somebody else does. Also gives you a lot of control
I
early
can
on in the
respect
jungle.
it.
And this could be mirror picks so far. We don't know, depending on where that Kiana decides to go. So let's see what they want to ban out here in the second. CLG, they take out the Grog.
Well, they're gonna ban out solo
Really
laners.
like that Olaf
Probably
lock by
bad matchups for
CLG
the Kiana.
because
Mordecai,
it
that's interesting.
denies the potential jungle pool even more.
Oh, that's something we could
And
have
if
played
Dardoch
the other day
does
as well.
intend on taking the nerfed attack speed Kiana into the jungle, the clear speed
I don't
is
think
so
Kiana will
slow,
go
but
jungle. I
made
don't
worse
think
in
Kiana's very good in
comparison
jungle
to
because she
Olaf's
just
scream
levels
lately.
got neutered so
So
badly,
that
and
could end up
Kiana
being
needs to be able
really
to
good
get to
for
level
CLG
6
as
to
they
be
ban out
very
another
effective.
one of the top junglers in Elise, which would leave
So,
either the Kiana
yeah,
or a
neutering the
Rek'Sai
jungle
for
pool
Dardoch.
quite a bit.
We mentioned last game about how
Basically
Rek'Sai
forcing him
hasn't seen as much
into
success as
Rek'Sai.
he would like so far
But
this split. Maybe
he
that'll
plays
change,
well,
maybe it
so
won't.
I don't.
Mordecai's are banned
Against
away, so get
such a
rid of some
good
of the solo
jungler, I don't
powers
see
there in the top
much
side.
point in choking the
Two
jungle
juggernauts
pool
banned
so
out
hard.
this game. Aatrox also banned out, so TSM wanting to keep Ruin away from things that could carry from the top lane.
Also,
I
think
probably
that
would have
leaves it
choked out
open
the top
for
lane
Broken
pool
Blade
one
Kiana
more
top
if I
lane.
could.
As we
But-
talked about it before, those could be two matchups they're not wanting to play against. So a lot really still
That's just
undecided
me.
in this
I also
CLG
have
TSM draft. CLG
just
needs to start
giant
with their
man
solo
crush
lanes
on
here,
Dardoch.
and
So,
the
I'm
LeBlanc pick is
biased.
actually quite promising. It's been a power pick for some, and Bjergsen has played both sides
I like
of
the
LeBlanc's
LeBlanc.
own matchup.
I don't know how
think has looked
I don't know
great
the
in
matchup
either of them.
into
So I think that
Kiana,
makes it
but
kind
I
of
think
even
it's
better pick
powerful in
comparison to
general.
Crown right now.
Will they go with the Zoe? Will they go with something else?
Crown seems to be on his game a little more, so I like it. The Ornn, yeah, that's a very good pick by them.
Picking the Ornn, which I'm willing to bet is going into the top lane, so that means Jungle Kiana is the most likely outcome here. And there you go.
Okay, I don't like the Jungle Kiana at all from them.
Season after season, the comfort pick.
But I don't like it. Like, I mean, Dardoch's such a good player, he might be able to make it work, but it's nerfed, it's so gutted. It's clear as ass. Ganking ability is fine. It takes so long to get level 6, and to really be effective, you're behind in levels.
Bjergsen today as Silas is the final lock-in.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Silas, great pick. You can steal the fucking Ornn. Or the fucking Xayah, or not Xayah, Kiana ult, Rakan ult is also good to steal. Like, real good. Good choice there. I like this comp quite a bit.
Very well so far. I wonder how much of that is due to sickness, and I wonder if this Syndra can unlock some of that classic Bjergsen.
And whenever Silas is locked in a game, the first thing I always look at.
I like this comp quite a bit.
You already mentioned the Ornn ulti potentially being huge. Kiana's ultimate is among the most powerful in the entire game. So there's some huge team fight potential. If
we gonna get another Jaime Lannister, baby. I don't know. Well, Wiggly needs to step up a little bit here. He hasn't done much. This split, he's fucked up a number of things. Stixxay, I'd love to see a game from him where he just kind of pops off. Ruin has had 2 pop-off games, like where he's just tried to put the team on his back. Crown played better the other day. So hopefully we can see a strong early game from Wiggly. Some work done by Stixxay.
It had been, I believe, 1,176 days that CLG went without beating TSM. For those of y'all who don't want to do the math yourselves, because I didn't want to do it either. I just happened to have a computer earlier, so I did. That's almost 3 years without beating a team that they've had such a long rivalry. They break that last summer. And for CLG fans, even if you're not doing so great right now, even with a 0-3 start, some of them would say, I'll take that as long as the one that's that first win is TSM.
Yeah, TSM, win against TSM restores the faith, baby. Gets the faith right back where it should be.
This game early on is the Olaf versus Kiana. I thought when Dardoch played earlier this week against
Olaf just absolutely bodies in terms of early clear. Hey, they fixed the thing on the player cam on the left side, so the top of it's not like constantly sputtering. I didn't know why that was an issue.
As the Kindred was running up, and he basically called it out perfectly. It's so important that Dardoch predicts where the Olaf is properly, because the punish, if you fall behind on Jungle Kiana, is so big, especially with the nerfs. So early ward by Wiggly into blue buff, and we'll see where they go from here.
It's just the nature of playing an assassin in League of Legends, right? You have to be able to cross a certain damage threshold, or that whole big, bad, scary assassin
I like
jumping
this.
out at you, all of a sudden looks like a crappy Halloween sock puppet.
Getting priority in the bot lane to start with.
Realistically anymore, and Olaf is just one of those champions that there are very few among the.
That's something I need to do more. I play Olaf, and because the Gromp does double damage for the first 3 seconds. If you're not taking hits for the majority of that, then you're gonna take a lot less damage in your clear.
Just compare, like Dardoch is
good.
actually still on Raptors, just finished. Wiggly just finished his 3rd camp, so already 2 minutes 15 seconds into the game, Wiggly is a camp up on Dardoch.
But look at the
that's
coming out from the side
and
of TSM.
just
So
got
CLG
vision.
is tracking him. They see where Dardoch just was, but you saw the pings on the Gromp and the Wolf, and then the exclamation point ping on the red saying, hey, we expect that he's right here right now. We're expecting him to be on red. This is where you don't want to be.
Exactly. So that's the sideshow that's going on in comms, trying to track where Wiggly's going.
Oh, Wiggly.
Wiggly missed his axe though.
Hit the axe, my dude. I mean, you'll be fine. You can just.
He's got blue, so it's not like he didn't have enough mana to.
Look at this.
Recast
They're
it, but
invading a low health Olaf.
Bjergsen and Dardoch could go after something here. They won't.
This is sketchy.
So a lot of times Olaf will be trying to finish his
But-
fight for level 4, and TSM's on it.
Yeah, he's spotted.
Wiggly. They've chased him away
Ooh,
from the
Ruin
They won't
is
get much
in
else
a bit of a
just
tough
yet.
situation.
Instead, they look to set up
If
a
he
three-man
can
dive here
clear the
onto
wave
Ruin,
here,
but
he's in a
considering
decent
Wiggly is
spot.
right there, it's way too risky at
But-
level 3.
No. Bjergsen giving up a fair amount of mid
That was a little
priority, mid CS, mid levels, and
so
might just get
if we're
chunked
thinking
out by
about
Crown.
timing,
Yeah, giving up a lot of
Wiggly
experience
missing
there.
his
Going to be
axe
down a
on
level.
red delayed his
And
start of
didn't really
clubs,
get much for that.
actually
Dardoch
might
gave up a lot of
simplify
time.
in,
That's
like, the worst way
they
like,
they put a
It's one of
lot
those plays that you
towards
described as
that
so
and
wrong
got
as a challenger,
basically nothing.
Because it seems like just a mistake, but then it's not.
Okay, they got Ruin's flash. But a pause. Okay, luckily I'm a little behind. So, okay, that is raising the volume and not going forward. So, let's skip forward to where things are on pause. Haha. Okay. No idea why it was paused, but everything seems fine. So, looks like we have bottom lane priority and jungle priority towards the bot lane as well. First dragon spawns in a minute. Wiggly has 2 pink wards. Should be pushing out mid a little bit to get priority. Pushing out mid and bot a little bit. Get priority on this dragon,
making the wrong play, which puts themselves in that negative position. So
which
I'm kind of fascinated
would be
to
great
see
for us.
how this one plays out.
Because we haven't
CLG
gotten
has
any
the right
priority on
idea,
dragon
like
thus
they
far.
should be trying to force things with these leads. They've just been so uncoordinated in doing so. The early laning phase for CLG has actually been one of their stronger points, where they have been individually playing pretty well, just haven't been able to translate that at all. Wiggly with invade.
You can see here Olaf doing what Olaf does best, walking up to the opposing jungler and saying, "This is mine now, you gotta go home." And there's not a whole lot Dardoch is able to do about it. So Wiggly will steal away some of that money there. 31-25 in the jungle CS count. First Drake spawning here in 3 seconds. We may see
So we're doing well.
to that one.
Getting
Now, it
jungle
does look
or
like Wiggly
bot
is
lane
going to
priority
start
like
it
that.
up. It's a
Ruin's
very
getting his ass kicked a little bit, which is
right at 5
unlike
minutes,
him.
but you can see where
I
everything
guess
is set up.
because
They
of
have a
all the
deep
early
control
attention
ward,
top lane.
they have mid lane,
Uh,
but again, remember,
And
Bjergsen's
bot
got
lane
early
is
roam,
just
so he
even
got
right
mid
now,
priority.
which it feels like they
Bottom lane with Sen
probably
Henry
should be a little
pushing in as well.
bit ahead.
Really easy for Wiggly to pick that up.
Crown should be further ahead than that.
Most first Drakes
I
go
mean,
down
the
around
big
6 to
advantage is
7
with
minutes.
Wiggly.
He wants to pursue them early, but on spawn,
But
over the level
top
here,
lane
Logic Gaming, and Wiggly
is
will go right back into
a little
farming.
rough
As soon
right
as the
now,
cams
but
are up, he's able to just mow them right back down.
feels bad that it's not going to be
Crown, nobody really having too much
an
action
infernal
here just yet in mid lane. And bottom side, Stixay and
soul
Fury are the ones with lane
potential,
control right now.
because
So you'll see them pushing up,
definitely-
having their opponents underneath the turret.
definitely would be really good with this comp.
Feeling confident walking up there, not too afraid of Biofrost and Kabe trying to force anything onto him. They've got the minion wave.
Yeah, and no fear of Dardoch right now. I believe Dardoch's
Stixay just nicely farming.
Was a Raptor, so they know he's
I mean,
up the
Dardoch's
side, so
just pretty far
Stixay's moving.
behind.
They're just going to try and harass as much as possible, and they're able to disengage
Dardoch
from
has to
bench
pull off a
if
gank
TSM ever tries retaliation.
here.
And speaking of the
They
top
probably have to
side,
pull off a
look at
top
that
lane
CS
dive for
difference
much
between Broken Blade and
to
Ruin.
do much.
Broken Blade is actually farming so much better than his opponent is on the Sylas. As Dardoch
Yeah,
tries to contest
but that's
the
because
front
he's gotten a
against
lot of
Wiggly. He's falling
top
pretty far
attention.
behind in CS himself, and these are really the two biggest differences you're going to see across the map right now. As the carries.
And I don't know how that lane
Yeah,
matchup
and-
goes.
There was an early flash burned in the top lane, which is possibly why Ruin is playing so conservatively.
Wiggly
One of the
is
big
getting
reasons
a
CLG is
huge
pushing
lead
down
here.
bottom lane is because
I mean, it's
Stixay
mostly
had an
just
early recall
champion.
on pickaxe and teleported back.
There's a
Calling
2-level
out
difference.
matching,
This is why Kiana
which I
is a bad
think
jungler.
is interesting. Like, that's why CLG was playing so aggressively. They're trying to force
2-level
that
difference
TP out of Xayah
in the
with
jungle.
Rift
No
Herald
catch-up
flying to his
experience
base.
now.
CLG's likely gonna
You're
try and go
so
for it.
far
Getting that bot lane
behind.
TP down is quite important.
It prevents a situation like what we were talking about
Ay.
last game, where one side can just leave their AD carry bottom to do whatever because they know he can.
You're that far behind in CS, and your opponent soloed a dragon.
Because of his global ult, because of the Dawning Shadow, Xayah doesn't have that sort of a luxury. She's got to be there in person. And Kabe will have to hoof it up there if that's the play here in this game. 30 seconds until the Rift Herald spawns. Second round of buffs are coming up now. Wiggly will pass the blue off to Crown. And TSM are the ones that control over the bottom side now. Dardoch still only level 5 on the Kiana. Wiggly already level 6. So it means he's not too scared. Whatever he runs into here with this Olaf.
Wiggly is very powerful.
Ragnarok comes online and you can just do as you please. Bottom lane, it's Stixay and Smoothie. Looking to go in.
Getting the ulti out, I like it.
To dodge away from the CC and keep himself alive.
So really, TSM's bot lane just in defensive mode for a while.
What the hell is that, Dardoch?
Look at that top lane CS grow. 25 CS advantage already for Broken Blade over Ruin.
Ruin has a wave
Ruin
crashing into him.
Still having that
It's gonna
TP
be
on cooldown plus deep control
like
ward vision for
maybe
TSM.
20.
Like if we're talking about Rift Herald fights, having that kind of top lane priority could end up really
Okay.
really helping TSM.
No, that's Ruin's kind of getting bodied early.
Especially with Broken Blade playing against an
But,
AP champion in lane,
you know,
with both enemy solo laners,
Wiggly's
AP
bodying right now.
building Abyssal Mass and getting
Like-
the Horn upgrade to it is the most ideal thing Horn wants to do early on. The upgrade to Abyssal Mask is absolutely incredible in terms of the stats
And the
gold
point-
value you get from it. It's pretty far above most of the other items.
Point of Ruin
And
is just to
Broken Blade
be
being able to do that and
another
having not
Ornn.
only make him this massive beat ball in the team fights, but in the 1v1s as well. Just look at him, man! He's destroying Ruin in the 1v1.
Woo! Another flash burn from the top lane. TSM right there didn't bother trying to fight the Rift Herald. They don't have 6 on Kiana yet. It'll be on CLG to make that Rift Herald a proactive play since none of their lanes have been able to push to turrets. CLG actually got 2 plates down bottom lane, and the expected value of a Herald is about 2.5 plates. So that's not necessarily a bad trade, especially since Blade just gets another turret up in the top lane. And
Wait.
look how far up he's playing.
He just
Is
does
this just
not care.
the
Wiggly's
master
made
bait?
his way up, but a 2v2
Nope.
will quickly go the way of TSM with how low Ruin is. The stolen Ornn ultimate is used. They force
Yeah.
the flash out of Broken Blade.
Feels
But
bad for
considering his
Ruin.
Jungler is right next to him. He's not afraid to step
I
out
mean,
long enough to
Dardoch
push
has
that
spent all
wave
of his
out.
time
Look
top
at the
lane.
gold difference, chat. 1.3 thousand this early in the game, and I guarantee you most of it's in top lane.
900 of it is in top lane. And 400 of it is actually on Bjergsen, who has built a 20 CS advantage of his own. So, team solo lane so far in this game for Bjergsen and
TSL.
has been working.
Stixay
But
found
we
himself
have
jumping
gotten
near the
objectives.
bottom side,
Good
but Kinch
job.
does what Kinch does best. Keeps that AD carry
So,
safe, and I still just love the
If we
fact
can
that
continue to
Context
build
Kinch
up dragons
has been
here, the
nerfed
gold
so
lead
many
is
times now. He is essentially just
nothing.
a get out of jail free card for your AD carry. But in professional play, that is so important. You're essentially willing to say, yes, I want a 5th button for my AD carry that keeps him alive, and that is what I will draft for the support role.
I got some thoughts on Kench, but there's a Drake happening right now. So
Okay.
We'll
Yeah,
discuss
no.
the Kench after. We'll discuss the Kench after because TSM
We-
is going
yeah.
for that second Drake.
They
They
walked
picked
Broken
this one up
Blade
themselves,
down,
tie it up at 1-1.
and
Cloud
so
Drake,
they
second
got
Drake
that.
of the game.
Maybe we can
If they
trade a
pick
plate
this
or
one up
2
themselves,
top
they'll
lane.
tie it up at 1-1.
Allows
Cloud Drake
Ruin to
ultimate
make up some
cooldown
stuff.
reduction, and Dardoch will be left to secure that one. Gets it for himself with a smite. Oh, this is the first game this year that I get to cast that has my favorite Drake Soul. I call him the therapy dragon.
It's just so common.
It's so peaceful. You can be tilted out of your mind. You can be 0-5 in lane. Somebody rage quit from your team, and it's still just peaceful, man.
Because of the plants or just like the color tone?
There's flowers and there's color tones and it's
That-
rainy.
that
And
definitely
if you
helped
want
a little bit
some lo-fi, chill hip-hop
to
beats
get
study, relax, and jungle too, you're gonna feel great
The
whole
top lane
I don't disagree with
evened
you, but
out
there's
a
also
little
something
bit,
terrifying
but
about the added brush. Like, sure,
not
it's
great.
all
You
like,
only play against Rengars?
Yeah. Oh, funny story. Rengar actually has a lower win rate on Ocean Rift than he does any of the other rifts.
Because it makes the Rengar players just strictly try to do meme stuff with the brushes instead of play the game correctly?
That might be part of it. The hypothesis is that there's so many honey fruit that people are high health, and he's an assassin, so he actually needs low health people to succeed. Like the brush kind of helps, but there's enough brush anyway.
Interesting.
Didn't think of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the honey fruit, but those will be all over the rift here. We know those spawn near the buff now, along with the
So,
river. And so much
I would
extra
like
brush,
to see
more
something
opportunity to hide in
proactive
those
from
sorts of
us.
Sneak plays. Almost all the way around the back part of the red buffs means it's so much area to hide in. As a TP comes in top side, Stixay makes his way up there.
I guess that's not bad.
Up from behind, CLG make the swap.
They're gonna rift, so they want to get the
Yeah, that's no. I like that proactive play. Oh, going hard. I like it. Very nice. Very nice.
Put the bodies in the right place to grab the first blood.
Yeah, and first
good
turret
job.
This one. So that's you're always looking for a play
Because
like
you
that
did it.
with Rift Herald.
You
They're
did it
able to
without
find the
sacrificing.
so
Did that
aggressively
rotation
and
without
so
sacrificing
successfully
dragon
that
priority.
he was gonna be pushed up in
Got
that
a
situation.
ton of gold
That
on the
was just
sticks,
pure
eh?
brute force. Broken Blade.
Fucked over Broken
I wasn't
Blade a
playing
little
super
bit,
close attention 'cause I
so
actually
started to
didn't think
even
in my
things
head that
out
he was
for
in danger of
Ruin.
dying, but I
Just
don't know if he
overall a
just
great play.
ran
Got
away
great
or
use out of
not,
your Rift
because
Herald.
CLG brute forced that first turret.
Just
And with
overall
that
great
turret
play.
Going down, CLG quickly swing the gold back into their favor. They put a lot of it onto Stixay as well, making sure the other members left when the turret went down so that he was able to acquire that bonus for himself. Ruin will barely manage to keep this bottom lane tier 1 alive for the side of CLG, and let's take another look at the top side play.
Yeah, so Broken Blade actually thought he was okay there, but then he's just trying to hold
great
the turret back.
snare,
As soon as he gets
and-
hit by the Senna W,
Yep, it's just all in.
yeah. Ruin.
Great job,
exactly
Ruin.
The right
Like,
two timing, and then Wiggly is unable to be CC'd by the Ornhorn at the end. So
just good shit
works out for
all
CLG
around.
because Broken Blade got just like a little bit of greed. In the past, I think
This is gonna be.
Broken Blade actually played with too much respect, not enough greed.
I said
But moments
Stixay
like
and
that
Wiggly need to
is
step
why
up,
you can
and
sometimes
they
get
are
on top
thus
lane.
far.
It's-
This is what early on in the splits for. You
This is
gotta
gonna be on them.
It's like
dial
this
it in.
infuriating top lane thing where you're pressured to get CS and stay by your turret when you're in danger of being dived, and then when the dive actually happens, you think, ah, crap, shouldn't
I
have done
should have
that.
got away. I should have gone home.
When you're hiding behind your turret, no one's there, you go, ah, crap, I should have stayed for CS.
Well, he's staying down here in the bottom side, and he's making the right call this time because there's no dive potential from just Wiggly and Ruin. So he'll keep farming up. Still has a 30 CS lead over his opponent. Mid lane, you can see Bjergsen has the Super Soaker here on the Syndra, and this is something that we've seen pretty much.
Yeah, but that
all
level
sorts of
lead in the
teams
jungle
starting
is
to
gonna
do it.
be.
Stixay and Smoothie looking for a fight here in mid lane, but
Smoothie?
there's that
Are
Super
you okay?
Soaker! Smoothie's going home. And let's see what
Okay,
else
that's a
happens
good
now. Ruin
Ornhorn,
fires off a
except
stolen Ornn.
we
Ulti,
don't
not
have
gonna get much else with it, but that is one kill.
Much to do with
Yeah,
it.
at the very start
No,
of that play,
yeah, that was
Smoothie
just
and
straight
Stixay
up
actually
Intian
did a
from
nice little
Smoothie.
sidestep on one of Biofrost's W's, but in doing the sidestep, Smoothie extended a little bit closer to the mid turret, and the rest of TSM has went for him. Now they want more.
Now the real Ornhorn is summoned, but Stixay managed
Except
to
they
get himself
do
to safety
just
before it ever
absolutely
makes it to the neck, so that means
nothing
CLG
with
are
it.
able to stave off that play and keep himself playing.
Yeah, missed engagement there. Not going to have that Ornn ultimate for the Drake fight. Invade on blue buff, though.
Crown getting a little bit of damage onto Bjergsen, but Bjergsen manages to use the blast cone to escape the chain in a way that even though it procs, he spins most of the route in the air from the blast cone, so he buffers it really well.
Yeah, Dardoch and Dardoch and Broken Blade have spent a lot of time together this game, threatening dives with like a nice CC chain, but they've actually gotten very
second
few
Rift.
kills out
Yeah,
of it. So
Wiggly's
in that
stepping up with the
situation,
pathing,
Dardoch was
especially.
actually preemptively camping that bottom lane turret to shadow Broken Blade, but no one was there because Ruin had already gone top lane. So
We have we have a teleport advantage that we should be able to utilize here to try and get the dragon.
contest, but it looks like there's
CLG also
Or
has the second Rift
we
Herald of the
just
game. It has
ignore
been
it?
summoned in the mid
Alright,
lane to take down the
okay,
stolen
trade
turret.
Rift.
CLG wanting to trade
Trading
those
mid-tower
objectives. Say, "Alright, you take the Drake,
dragon.
we'll get
I
this.
guess that's fine.
Is Shelly going to
But
be
we're
enough
not gonna
long
get all of
to
it.
take down? Senna pretty slow at taking
That
down
was
objectives
not-
compared to most other AD
not
carries
great.
because of her incredibly limited attack speed. And TSM will manage to keep that mid lane turret alive. We're 16 minutes into the game. You don't get plate money for that, so Shelly doesn't get much done.
Yeah, if you don't actually get the turret, probably not worth.
Yeah, that was
the
not
investment that
a
was
great
put in
trade.
by Wiggly. You would have rather have Wiggly
And
down
especially
there
with the
posturing
poke
for Drake
champion,
control because now
with two
TSM
poke
is one
champions
closer
like
to sole point.
Senna and LeBlanc,
We talk about top
them
pick?
getting Ocean Drakes
let's talk
is
about top
not
pick.
good for
I've
us.
been waiting for this moment. So,
All right, let's hear it.
you mentioned, and this isn't Menace Flame, but it's a champion that's only been nerfed. I disagree
Okay.
because he was at like a 40% win rate, but he had so much like niche protection power that he was unplayable in solo, like completely unplayable. his protection power, while still powerful, has been nerfed substantially. You don't move full speed with an ally in your belly anymore. You can't flash with someone in your belly anymore. And then he's been actually buffed in other ways, like how tanky he can be, how far his ultimate can go at rank 2. That's been buffed as well.
Talking about
power.
Tom Kench
so, yeah,
right now.
I'm fully on the I hate Kench train, but he actually has been buffed. He's been buffed a few times.
Okay, yep, that's good by them. Yeah, probably. Oh, Ruin? Ruin? Ruin?
He's gonna make sure he tries to use the
Okay, can Crown get something? Okay, Crown trades back. We trade 2 for 2.
It's a 2 for 2 trade as TSM hold their position here in the mid lane, Crown back over the wall, and everybody walks
Trade
away.
junglers.
And Kabe was free firing in that team fight. Likely did the most damage on the team. That's the guy I'm going to be having my eyes on, whether or not he can avoid LeBlanc assassinations throughout the game, because he would be in a position to carry
That was a
this one.
pretty
Very
good
back
team
and forth
fight.
in there, but Kabe also flashed aggressively forward.
I want to see,
again. So let's watch
see it
this fight one
again.
more time. Turret's about to fall, and LeBlanc had just shown top lane, so TSM says, hey, let's get it done. The Kiana ult into
Great
the
job
ult,
by
but
Smoothie to
a
keep
3-for-3
Stixay alive.
Smoothie gets the devour, and then just watch Kabe here trying to go for
The
second kill.
re-engage
Knows
by
the
Ruin
devour's
was really
down,
good. Good follow by
but Stixay does counter
Wiggly
back
to
away.
just
Plays
focus
very well.
down one person. Crown with the
Back-to-back
cleanup.
Dream displays
It was
of talent
good
there.
overall.
Ruin
So
also
confusing.
stole Dardox. It turns the entire team fight into just absolute madness. And it's only going to get more so as the game continues forward and we see those cooldowns go down. Proto Belt completed on
We're
the
so
Silas
far
Rex
behind
play.
in
That's why
farm.
I was already talking about how the GLP, or the Super Soaker, as a lot of people tend to call him, is completed for Bjergsen. We've seen this change away from the Luden's Echo that used to be so prominent.
Remember that time that Senna was supposed to be a support?
On the GLP these days, it helps set up your skill shots, make it so you can guarantee the rest of your damage comes in.
And it helps self-heal.
No,
a little
she's
bit
just
too,
some
which is one of the biggest
bizarre
weaknesses
AD
of
carry.
Syndra, so yeah, I
Okay,
totally
we're-
agree. It's just landing one extra
They're
ability
pushing top, we're
is
pushing
more
bottom.
important than getting that root
Wait.
proc, and that's why we're seeing a lot of these CC-focused mages go for the GLP.
TSM managed to take down their third turret of the
Okay.
game. That's the final one of the outer
Let's,
turrets. in
I
CLG.
mean,
Part of the reason why
30
TSM have
seconds
this
or 20
2,500
seconds on
gold lead.
Baron.
With CLG now putting in work on the bottom
We don't
of
have a
tier
lot of
1,
vision control
TSM is
there.
investing 4 men
We
in
can
the
get
top
that.
spot to continue their push,
Bot
looking
tower.
for the
We're not really
tier 2.
defending top
On
tower.
to
This
the
is not
point
good.
dive. Is this going to be a counter kill? Not
Oh.
quite. The stopwatch will just barely keep Kabe away from death's door.
Definitely got a little spooky there at the end for Kabe,
Yeah.
but a nice proactive play by TSM right there. So this is the situation that we talked about in the early game where, hey, both of these teams have struggled to do things with leads and in general in the mid and late game. But here, TSM gets full control over the top side of the jungle. They go behind the turret to make a kill happen, and they got to try and make sure they're keeping their other
Like,
lanes pushed
look
to
at
not sacrifice
Kiana's
too much
still
farm.
level 9.
Or if you look across the
Just got
board,
level 10.
Every individual actually has more CS. I was going to point it out, but it's gone now. Watch the dive now.
Yeah, we got to replay instead.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Pretty straightforward. Ultimate of the wall. He had
Stole
stolen
it.
the Recon ultimate, so it did give him that nice little bit of charm, and he landed that all-powerful
Wow.
E2 on Silas, the second part of his E, which has been buffed massively in one of the recent patches. Nearly gets the kill.
If the
Nearly
stopwatch
turned it around.
wasn't
Can we
there,
get a pick
the
here?
second part of the queue would have been able to explode to finish off the rest of Kabe's health. The stopwatch right before that
Definitely
explosion.
thought we could have,
So very clutch timing
picked
there,
off
probably
Bjergsen.
Mashing the button, hoping to escape the CC in time.
but
Another Ornhorn is summoned. It's gonna throw Ruin right up into the air, and Broken Blade grabs
Wow.
himself a kill, and it's right as Ocean is spawning. TSM
Yeah.
now
We
has
need to,
priority in this
like,
fight and for the
get a
series.
pick with
They
the
are
LeBlanc or
just
something.
destroying Ruin this game. The early laning phase, after his early flash was down, Broken
They're
Blade
just
was
being more
crushing
proactive than we
every
are.
time he's trying to defend a turret, there's
Ruin
basically
just
two people
has like
there,
no gold to be able to
and no one on
counteract
CLG is
that.
there to cover for him, and Ruin doesn't know they're there. So it's just like rinse and
So,
repeat. Get Ruin down,
It's
and
just
that's what's giving
rough,
TSM
and the
And
Ocean
Silas
Dragons are
doesn't
just
like
gonna
it,
help
right?
them a
He's not
lot.
big old meatball. Silas needs damage. He
So,
needs to stay relevant
I mean,
to the
our
game. When you're just falling behind,
I can't
that's
knock our
great.
vision
Imagine
control
if
right now. We
Silas
have
had 1,000 more gold in his pocket,
we have
another
plenty of
plastic one
vision
with that
now.
kill to take Kabe down.
pretty
That
decent
fourth
vision
kill.
line.
Probably. And that's what you've got to keep your eyes on, is exactly how things are going to look for him in terms of the curve of the game and where he's at. Can he manage to keep up? Or if he falls too far behind, is it just curtains? Because Soul Point is now there for TSM. 4.5 minutes from now, CLG will have to either defend that or give away what many people consider the strongest Drake Soul in the game.
Yeah, it's so hard to play against the Ocean Soul. Any poke you'll get down is pretty quickly
Yeah, if they get the Ocean Soul,
overall
we're just
power.
absolutely
But-
boned. Because
Yeah,
we rely on poke.
I'm trying to think of
Just
like what CLG should do in
chunking
this
with Senna
situation.
and
Maybe they should try
LeBlanc.
and make a play with Kenshin's side lanes, but again, you usually need a lead before you can set up pressure to do something like that, and TSM just has so many.
Right, now our vision line has
that
definitely
anytime
declined.
someone
We
on CLG
need
goes
to
to a side lane
reestablish
behind
that.
the City Ducks for an engage.
Here we go. Speaking of engage, it's Biofrost starting it off.
Alright,
Any other champion's probably
They
dead there, but
expended
lately he's got the Ragnarok.
two
He
ults
heals himself
there.
with CC, he walks away,
Can we take
but he
advantage
still
of
has
that?
to go back to base to heal up. And with the enemy jungler driven out, TSM knows they now have control over the top side jungle of CLG to put down some vision and choke them out of this side of the map.
Yeah, they want to try and get something happening at Baron, but there are a few wards that CLG have that make them a little bit safe, and more importantly, Broken Blade is down here. But now with the TP, there's a fight.
Oh,
Got the charm on the
good
smooth.
job,
JCC
Ruin.
him.
Good
CLG
pick.
will find a pick
Stixay?
onto Dardoch.
He does
Stixay's
not
all
have
alone
flash.
with Broken Blade,
Can he get
and
out?
He's in a real bad spot. Smoothie nearly taken down there in the mid lane.
Picked by the
AD carry
tank.
already gone. Zaya ulti not gonna find the kill just yet, but
Fuck.
the feathers are pulled back, and Smoothie is
That's-
out of there. It is a 2-kill fight there for TSM.
Fuck.
Fortunately for them, they
What?
do lose there.
I want to see
But
what was Stixay doing here.
Importantly, Broken Blade is down
So
here.
does
Now with the
he-
TP have that make them a little bit safe, and more importantly,
He's just there in lane with them, trying to
with the
back
TP, there's a
off.
fight.
They've got the charm on
And
the
they're
smooth. Gonna chain CC
okay.
him.
He just stepped too
CLG
far
will find
forward,
a
and
ulti, not gonna
Broken
find the
Blade
kill
was
just yet,
following.
but the feathers are pulled back,
Or
and
TP
Smoothie
flanking.
is out of there. It is a 2-kill
We
fight
don't ever
there
do
for
anything with
TSM.
our TPs.
Unfortunately for them, they
That's
do
something
lose
we really
Dardoch,
need to
but
work
it's
on.
still a win.
Yeah,
TP
and
plays.
Broken Blade and Kabe are just getting so strong. 276 CS 24 minutes in, and Broken Blade finding solo kills as CLG tries to run through the river. You would have liked to see Dardoch stay alive. He's actually fallen pretty far behind on this Kiana, as was kind of expected into the Olaf matchup, but the rest of the team is finding success.
And when the rest of the team is finding success and you've got an Ornn there to power him up too, that is more than enough. Let's take a look at the mid lane play.
Oh, that was well played by
I was
them.
watching the Ornn play, so what happened to Dardoch? He just gets
He got charmed.
he just gets completely obliterated, but then CLG felt pretty confident after that one, realized, hey, wait a minute, our AD carry's caught in the river, and hey, Kabe and Bjergsen is still really strong, so they end up losing the fight on both fronts.
At least they got the kill onto Dardoch. Otherwise, that could have been really bad. TSM could have threatened to go for a Baron or
Yeah.
something similar. So that keeps them alive here a little bit longer, keeping their head above water, but down 3,500 gold, a little bit more even at this
I mean,
point.
it
25
doesn't
minutes
feel
of the
like
game.
Crown
Not where
has
CLG
done
wants
much
to
on the
be, as
LeBlanc.
TSM will retain control over Summoner's Rift and continue just trying to shove
There's
these
an-
waves out.
he hasn't
push
gotten,
them
like,
in,
any
take control of the
chunks
topside jungle. When the
anywhere.
Tier 2 turrets are down everywhere. It's so easy for TSM to command control of the map.
Yeah, and they're forcing onto Baron
Ruin's
now.
trying to make plays.
something that just
So
always comes to mind when I see
Wiggly's
Ornn
doing a
in
good
game,
job
is
of
I think
following
it's like
them up.
Garrett's favorite thing to comment on is Ornn items. We were talking up GLP earlier. Maybe Ludens would have been better because
you can upgrade
Broken Blade doesn't have an upgradable item right now at level 14. He's already upgraded the IE, and no one else has something that can be pressed to give free gold.
It's something you've always got to consider. What
Yeah.
does Ornn actually carry? You got to buy something name brand. He's not upgrading some Walmart brand Super Soaker that you bought for $5. You got to have something worth upgrading.
The Ludens Echo.
Yeah,
Like this.
exactly.
Ah.
Exactly.
It's high value. Why Ludens is an upgradable Ornn item and GLP
Alright,
is
what
not,
can
I
we
don't know.
do
I don't make
here?
the rules, but it's true.
You were on the balance team. You
Yeah.
made the rules for a while.
No,
Why is there no
please.
Super Soaker, Jazz?
I don't know. Maybe every item should be an Ornn item. But either way, like Death Cap's an Ornn item. The
All right, you got a good point. You got a good point.
Redemption's an Ornn item.
There's plenty of them, but unfortunately,
we have no
they're
vision
not in the inventory
now.
of Bjergsen.
This
I do
is
believe you
just
can upgrade the
rough.
Banshee Sail, so there is that.
Can you really?
I'm pretty sure you
God,
can upgrade it.
I really should know this. There's only like
Well,
a few of them.
Alright, do we
Biofrost
get a
now
kill
finding
there?
himself in a bad spot.
We at
There's the
least
damage,
trade a
there's the
kill.
It's Baron to the side of
That's the
TSM,
peel.
But they've lost one already. Wiggly used the Ragnarok there, so he doesn't have
Ruin.
that power here.
Ruin.
Dardoch gonna be locked down. Damage coming through. Crown's gonna be blown up. Counterattack.
Okay.
Dardoch may
What's
be
going
gone,
on here?
but the supreme display of
And
talent
we're just getting
carries
fucked.
on in his
Okay.
name. Ruin's on the run and Kabe's on the chase. Broken Blade right behind him. And
Crown just
TSM
kind of died
find
somewhere
themselves an even
without
fight,
even
but they're wearing
Bjergsen
purple.
using his
One of
ult.
the 3 members still alive.
Or
Yeah, and
Kabe.
the 3 members still alive
What?
have a lot of gold.
Bunch of
CLG
people
would
didn't.
hope to be
A
able to
bunch
get
of
this
TSM
Ocean
members
because they
didn't
have
use their
Slayer
ult, and
alive,
Crown
but he
still
doesn't
died
have very
somehow.
much health. So Kabe, as long as he doesn't get hit by E2 in one shot, seems like they'll have this Ocean Soul in the bag.
That Q2 from Silas looks like it
Fucking
did about
A.
as much damage as a Gromp auto attack. This is not where the Silas wants to be. When I was talking about power breakpoints earlier, when I was talking about the curve of the game, he is most certainly
What the fuck
behind.
happens to
Let's
Crown
take a look
here?
at the fight.
Yeah, Biofrost, way too far ahead of the play. I think in his head he was saying,
So,
I'm just going to make sure they're not there for a steal because we really
there.
don't care about the Baron. Probably didn't think he would die, he did. In terms of the fight though, unless someone gets
Oh my god.
it's not
He
the
gets
fight,
hit
though.
by-
Unless care about the Baron.
Is
Probably
it
didn't
just
think he would die, he
Bjergsen
did.
Q,
In terms of the
Bjergsen
fight,
Q,
though, unless
and 2
someone
Kabe autos?
gets onto Kabe, it's not going to be good for
That's
CLG.
stupid.
Crown didn't
That
do
was
it.
just a fucking insane
Ruin
amount of
didn't do
damage.
it, Ruin didn't do it, and then the rest of them died.
Well, by the look of this replay, nobody did it, and that's exactly why TSM are where they are right now. But the kick in the front door of the CLG base, they got the 6,000 gold lead to do it with. Is this the end of the game? Can TSM close it out before 30 minutes? 5 men strong, pushing into bottom lane. Inhibitor turret down. Inhibitor under pressure. CLG continuing to try to defend. Stixay's putting the auto attack into Broken Blade, but he's just so damn tanky. Stone Plate now completed too, means once he does go in, it's so
Oh yeah,
much
they have the
advantage.
Ocean Soul,
Yeah,
so
they
it
are
doesn't matter if we poke
incredibly
them.
powerful, at
We
this
have
moment.
to just
Broken
like
Blade, that
insta-kill
untouchable
them, but
tank.
they're too
They got
fucking
2
tanky.
Baron cans, so they're just kind of standing here, daring CLG to fight them as the cannons kill that turret.
Born ulti ready for the counter engage as well on the side of TSM. Ocean Soul healing everybody up. This is a siege machine for Team
There's
Solo
not.
Mid.
Like, we can get Broken Blade here, maybe,
Not gonna get caught
but
out by much of anything there. Still continues to retreat. TSM
we
falling
have to
back
get
as a
just
unit.
this
Crown nearly
immaculate
blown up by
engage.
Kabe's auto attacks. The Molten Edge, the
But,
Essence
like,
Cleaver.
Kabe
He's
is too
got
strong to
4
deal with
crit
right
items,
now.
100% crit chance
Like,
on this
he
Zyra.
has
He has
full crit build.
That's a big
He's
Zyra right
ahead.
there.
He has a much more expensive build, and
TSM's
he's
gonna be able
ahead of
to-
Stixay.
to at least break the second
Like,
inhib here at the rest of their Baron, and knowing there's an
it's-
extra turret down, not shocked
this
on
is
this push.
2,000
pretty
gold Baron power play. Biofrost looking for an opportunity to
suspect
engage here. The fight
looking.
could be
Crown
breaking
just
out.
getting
Crown is
blown
already
up
gone.
right
Looking to go
away.
into the back line. Going to be having to go into stasis now, taking
Wiggly
out.
getting
Going up
Dardoch,
2-3, taking
but-
down Dardoch. But man, it is just not even fair. TSM are so far ahead, and CLG will try to
Stixay
hold
doing
hitter
his
number 2.
best.
Bjergsen's on the run away from Wiggly,
But-
but their damage just isn't available. CLG, they kite back, they try to survive, but Kabe is a war machine
Stixay,
on Messiah.
I mean, he's just putting out a bunch of damage, but just doesn't really matter.
On to the next is turret. Biofrost just looking for more. Pad the stats, insult to injury. TSM will put yet another win in the column against CLG.
Just adding to the history there for TSM, and after a disastrous week
That
1
feels
and 0-2,
just-
being able to 2-0 in week 2 and find themselves
Feels
at
like
2-2
we
has
don't
gotta
do
feel
anything
pretty good.
proactive.
And to
We're just
fix it up and have this game end around that 30-minute mark. 30 minutes and 3 seconds. I said, could they end it
everything
before
just
30
feels
minutes?
so sloppy
Technically
and
they didn't, but it's
discombobulated.
right on the dot. And that means they weren't goofing around. It's not like they
Like,
didn't know what to do once they had the Baron. They got leads and they pushed
Ruin-
them, and those are the things we wanted to see.
Ruin is playing
Absolutely.
well
And
for the most part.
for
He's
CLG,
popping
it's
people.
going to continue to be that work in progress. The only
Crown
winless
didn't
team
feel like he did
still in
anything
the
that
LCS.
game.
That is not what they were
Stixay
hoping.
really
After
did
actually
try.
finishing third place last
Wiggly
year
did
in the Summer
too.
They had a pretty miraculous comeback over the course
They-
of Summer Split because they've been a team that, like I said, it had been almost
Damn.
3 years before
That's
last
just
year
frustrating.
since they had beaten TSM. These
Oh.
two teams that were at the top back at the inception of the LCS, TSM sort of
Here's
rose
hoping
to
we
greatness
can
and stayed there for so long. And
turn it
CLG
around.
just had to fight their way through the trenches
Seems
to
like the
figure
team
it out.
just
And
needs
now,
time.
TSM once again starting to take shape. The first couple weeks can always be rough on any team.
We don't have an
Teams to work
identity.
Together. Like you said, Bjergsen has been sick as well, but this week was much
So,
better for them. CLG, still
let's
so
get it
many of these
together.
puzzle pieces to try
We
to
can
work
do it.
around and fit into the right place.
Yeah.